Hello students, welcome to another video lesson. In today's lesson, we'll learn how to describe a place. By the end of the lesson, you will know how to describe a place using simple words and correct grammar. Now, before we begin writing, we need to know what we need to include in the paragraph. Like when we were describing a person, we have seen that we need to include general information, physical appearance, personality, hobbies, and daily routine. So, similarly, what you need to include when you are writing a paragraph to describe a place. You first need to include the name of the place. You must mention the name of the place you are describing in the beginning, at the beginning of the paragraph in the topic sentence. Then, if the place you are describing is not the capital city of a country and it's a faraway place, a town or a village, then you need to say, you need to mention its distance from capital city. For example, if you are describing Nizwa, Nizwa is not the capital city for Oman. Muscat is the capital city. So if you are writing about Nizwa, you can mention the distance from Nizwa to Muscat, how far it is from the capital city. So it is 200 kilometers away. Like that, you need to mention. Next, you can write the population. Sometimes you will not know the population. If you are writing about a place in your country, you know the population. But if you get a country which is new to you, it's very difficult to write the population. So if you know, write down. If you don't know, then just omit. After population, you write about the weather of the place. The weather, how it will be in summer and how will be the weather in winter. You need to mention that. Then, what are the interesting places, famous places there, which you can go and see? You must mention about all those places. Then you need to write about the facilities. What facilities or services are available in that place? Then you can write about places where you can buy things. Finally, if there is anything special, you can mention that also. Now let's see each of the things one by one. Now for the name of the place, it depends about what place you are writing. Like examples are given here: Muscat, Nizwa, Izki, Samail, Adam, Mana, Dubai, London. These are different places in the world. If you get to write about Muscat, Nizwa, Izki, up till Mana, you know where is the place, how it looks, and population and other things. In case of Dubai and London, you might not know about the population, but you might have seen the pictures and you know what things are there. So you can still describe a place if you have not been there. Okay. Now you will write the distance for these places using the word about. About, it is about 200 kilometers, about 120 kilometers, about 80 kilometers. Km is used to write about kilometers. So write km with the when you are describing the distance. Next, you will write about the population. Write about this only if you know. Even if you don't know the exact, but if you know roughly how much is the population of that place, then only you mention. If you don't know, then you can skip this part. So if you are writing about Oman, you can say around 1 million. Or if you are writing about a village or a city, you can say around 60,000, around 90,000, like that. Why we are writing around? Because we don't know exactly how much. So when you don't know exactly how much, then you can use the word around. Next, you will write about the weather of the place. how is the weather of that place, the place you are describing, in summers and winters. Suppose you are describing Oman or Nizwa or any of the cities in Oman. It is usually hot in summer and winters are cold. So you can mention that. Now, next we'll talk about places to see. What places tourists can visit? It can be mountains, beach, park, or there will be a museum, zoo, forts. These are the places which people can visit when they come. The other places could be caves, wadis, palace. I have written places which are there in Oman. Now, depending on the city or the country you are describing, you can write about the places, interesting places to see. Now, next we will mention about facilities. Facilities means services which are available in that place. If you are writing about Nizwa, what facilities it has? It has hospital. Then there are schools. Then there are universities. And also you will have bank, library, supermarkets. These are all facilities. Police station, post office, all these things comes under facilities or services. So while describing a place, you must mention what facilities or services are there in that place for people. The other facilities are shopping mall, airport, mosque. Other facilities includes restaurant, cafe, hotel. These all comes under facilities. So the place you are writing about, if it has all these things, do mention about them, that it has many restaurants, there is a beautiful cafe, and there are two big hotels, or there is one big hotel. Like that you need to mention in your paragraph. Next, you will write about places from where you can buy things. Supermarket, I already shared in facilities. You can say supermarket, hypermarket, mall also. Those comes under facilities as well as places from where you can buy things. But if it is a small area, people living in a small town or a village, they usually buy things from store, a small shop near the house, or they go to the open markets, Friday markets, like that, and from the gift shop. So you can mention this also if you are writing about an area which has all these things, include these details as well. Now, let's take a look at grammar. When you are describing a place, you will use the words there is and there are. If there is only one thing you are talking about, or the thing you cannot count, then use there is. For example, in Nizwa, you have how many universities? Two. But if, let's say, there is only one, so you, if there are two, you will use are. But if it is only one, then you will say is. So there is a university, or there are two universities, University of Applied Sciences and Technology and Applied Sciences, and University of Nizwa. Two you have. So if you have two, then you will say there are. But if it is only one, then you will say there is. So in describing places, the main grammar point is there is and there are. There is you use if it is only one thing or something which you cannot count in numbers, okay? And you use there are if it is more than one thing. Here are some examples. There is a park near my house. If you are describing your hometown, then you can talk about the facilities in your hometown by using there is and there are. There is a park near my house. There are two bedrooms in my apartment. There is some water in the bottle. There are many trees in the garden. So you see the usage of is and are. Only one park is there. So use is. Two rooms are there. So are. Water, some water is. Why is? Because water you cannot count. So something which you cannot count, you will use is there. And many trees, trees you can count, one, two, three. So you are using are. So throughout the paragraph, when you are talking about the facilities or places to see, you use there is and there are. Now let's do a short practice activity. Here are the sentences. You need to fill in the blanks with there is or there are. Pause the video, write your answers in the book, play the video again and check your answers. Okay? A beautiful beach. There is should come or there are. Many cars. Some milk. Two large windows. A library. Okay? Now let's check the answers. Here are the answers. If you got these answers, then well done. There is a beautiful beach because there is only one beach. That's why we are using there is. How we know one beach? Because the word a is written there. A is used when you are talking about only one thing. Second sentence, there are many cars, plural, many. Many means more than one. So many cars, that's why we are using are. There is some milk. Now milk you cannot count like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why we use here is. There are two large windows. Why we used are here? Because it's talking about more than one thing. Two windows. And the last one, there is a library next to the school. So remember, throughout your paragraph, you will be using there is and there are. Let's take a look at structure of the paragraph. A paragraph describing a place should again consist of introduction, main body and the conclusion, same like your describing a person paragraph. Introduction, you will write the topic sentence where you write the name of the place you are describing. Main body or supporting details, here you will write about places to see, population, distance, weather, facilities and other things. The activities people can do, all that comes under main body. And in the concluding sentence, you can say whether you like the place or you are from there or something like that, a last sentence to conclude your essay. Now, let's take a look at some topic sentences. You can say, this short paragraph is about Oman, or this short paragraph is about Muscat. There are many amazing places in Oman. And then you write the name of the place you are describing and you continue. Muscat is a famous place in Oman, or Salalah is a famous place in Oman, or I am from Nizwa, and then you can start describing about it. So any one of the topic sentences you use depending on what place you are describing. If you are describing about a place which is very unusual or special, then you can begin with, there are many amazing places in Oman. One such place is Salalah, and you can continue. And if it is a famous place, again we take the example of Salalah or Muscat. These are the famous cities. So you can say Salalah is a famous place in Oman. If you are talking about your hometown, if the question says describe your hometown, then you can choose the last sentence saying I am from Bahla, Manah, Alhamra, Nizwa, Samail, Izki, whatever is your place. And then you continue to describe. It is how many kilometers from Muscat and how much is the population, weather, places people can see, and what facilities it has. All those things you can mention. Or you can simply use this short paragraph is about, and you write the name of the place and you continue writing about the other details. Now, in the main body paragraph, in the supporting details, you will write about distance, population, weather, places to see, the facilities. You can also mention about places from where you buy things because not all places have shopping malls. So you can include, like, if I want to buy this, I buy from this shop, like all those things can be included. And activities to do, what activities people can do, you can also add this. And finally, if there is anything special in that place, you can include in your paragraph in the main body details. Finally, the concluding sentence, you can choose any one. That's a little about Muscat. That's why I like Salala. That is all about my hometown. If it is your hometown, you can just say that is all about my hometown, or you can write the name of your hometown. Okay? Any one of the sentence you can use as a concluding sentence for your paragraph. And this paragraph should also be 150 words. So now I hope you are ready to write. In my next video lesson, I will teach you how to write a paragraph describing a place in about 150 words using the proper grammar. Till then, watch this video to learn the vocabulary and the grammar. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.